welcome to What's Growing at CMC, the weekly segment where I, Daniel,
and I, Talasha, share some stories about the work God is doing at College Mennonite Church.
But first, your weekly reminder.
We have been quarantining together, so our lack of physical distancing is perfectly okay.
And today I want to give a special shout out to Parker. I miss seeing you at church too.
This week, we are shining a spotlight on the Sojourners Sunday School class.
Each week, 40 to 45 households join together on Zoom following the worship service.
In their words, even a large class of 70 to 90-year-olds can successfully adapt to new technologies.
Sojourners has welcomed guest speakers from both inside and outside the congregation to lead discussions on topics of interest to the members of the class.
They have talked about everything from lament to the work of Center for Healing and Hope in a time of COVID to the art of Emma Schropp.
They also share prayer concerns and sing a hymn together each week.
Sojourners, always a welcoming group, invites others to join them on Sunday mornings at 11 o'clock.
So if you're interested, just call or send an email to John D. Yoder or Phyllis Stutzman.
Sojourners, you inspire us.
Thank you for being a strong community and for welcoming others into your group.
Chickens seem to be the hot new CMC project. Miller Poultry and our children aren't the only ones raising them in this congregation, it seems.
Malachi and Zephaniah and I got to do a safely distanced chicken consultation at the homestead of Bob and Pamela Yoder this last week, and we are available to do the same for you.
And stay tuned at the end of these announcements to watch a time-lapsed hatching that happened at Jessica Wicker's house.
Mother's Day is over, which means it is high school graduation season.
This year will not be a normal ending for the class of 2020. Here at church, we want to honor the high school graduates and do our best to celebrate this rite of passage with them. So tune in to worship next Sunday.
One of our high school graduates, Sarah Hostetler, wants all of her CMC church family to come and celebrate with her.
She will be having a drive-through open house here in the church parking lot on Saturday, May 23rd from 1 o'clock p.m. to 4 o'clock p.m.
So come drive through, that's this Saturday, see some pictures of Sarah, and bless her with your presence in a physically distanced way.
We are encouraged by the depth of joy that we see from all of you.
This week, many of you gathered for a drive-by birthday party for Matthew Ganawan.
You are getting creative and you are looking out for each other. This is church family.
Many of you are making face masks, lots and lots of masks.
And some of you need masks.
We can't put it into the circling exchange board right now, though.
And we can't read your minds.
No.
So if you need a mask, please notify the church office and we will get you connected with one.
Last week, we talked about what the office staff is doing in this time, and this week, we want to give a shout out to our techies.
Brooks Hostetler and Larry Becker have been working tirelessly to bring you quality worship services, up-to-date website information, and special content like what you're watching now.
And as if that's not enough, they've also been hanging some TV monitors throughout the hallways in the building.
That's a project from the Capital Campaign. The Capital Campaign.
That's right.
Seems like it happened in another lifetime.
We are grateful that this work has been made possible by the Capital Campaign and that the campaign continues on.
Thank you for your generosity, both then and now.
Speaking of generosity, we are growing in our capacity to give right now as a congregation.
The COVID-19 fund and the ministries fund giving have been able to keep up with expenses.
And we are grateful for the way that you are making the work of the church possible.
Muchas gracias.
At the Amity Facilities April meeting, approval was given to replace 3 variable air handlers, 2 in the CCY area and 1 in the Goshen College teacher education area. And this past week, work was started on these replacements.
Huh?
I think that means the air will be more comfortable, and in the end, it will save us money.
Got it. Thank you to those who are working hard to make this building an even better place for us and for CCYC and for the college to come back to.
Other CMC projects continue as well.
Casting Hope began selling worm castings just 2 weeks ago.
So if you need a locally sourced and created soil amendment for your garden and your houseplants, look no further than www.castinghopegoshen.com,
where you can order your worm castings and become a subscriber to their curbside food scrap pickup program.
As you help Casting Hope grow, more youth can be impacted through discipleship, mentorship, and employment.
Some of the pastors are preparing video devotionals to share with all of you.
The first one went out on Wednesday, and more will come soon.
Many of you have been using the Easter season at home packet, and we love hearing stories from you about what you're doing with that.
The prompts in the packet end after Pentecost, and we are working on something big that will roll out that next week.
We will give you more details soon, but here's a little hint. For a year from now, you should be able to sing the whole story of the Bible.
That's right. Keep sending us your pictures and stories so that we can share them with the church family.
There is something growing here at College Mennonite Church.
We are grateful to be walking this path with you, and we will see you next week with more stories.
God is, God was, God will be.
Thanks be to God.
Reaping and sowing, planting and hoeing, there's something showing, popping up through the sod. The Spirit's blowing, new life we're knowing, giving and growing in the garden of God. Reaping and sowing, planting and hoeing, there's something showing, popping up through the sod. The Spirit's blowing, new life we're knowing, giving and growing in the garden of God. Reaping and sowing, planting and hoeing, there's something showing, popping up through the sod. The Spirit's blowing, new life we're knowing, giving and growing in the garden of God.